Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Neeti Tech, your go-to channel for AWS Cloud Practitioner exam preparation. This is the 8th video of our series in which we will cover the set of questions for security and compliance domain. As always, before moving on, if you would like to test these questions, please scan the QR code which will be displayed at the end of this video or click on the link mentioned in the description box. Let's start with the first question. Which AWS service or features identifies whether an Amazon S3 bucket or an IAM role has been shared with an external entity? Options are A. AWS Service Catalog, B. AWS Systems Manager, C. AWS IAM Access Analyzer, and D. AWS Organizations. Here, AWS IAM Access Analyzer helps you identify the resources in the organization and accounts such as S3 buckets or IAM roles shared with an external identity. This lets you identify unintended access to your resources and data, which is a security risk. So, the correct option is C. AWS IAM Access Analyzer. Moving on to the next question. Which AWS service should be used to monitor Amazon EC2 instances for CPU and network utilization? Options are A. Amazon Inspector, B. AWS CloudTrail, C. Amazon CloudWatch, and D. AWS Cloud Config. So, the ask here is to monitor the metrics of EC2 instances. Now, AWS services send metrics to CloudWatch, and then CloudWatch uses these metrics to create graphs automatically to show how the performance has changed over time. So, CloudWatch can be used to monitor Amazon EC2 metrics for CPU and network utilization. The correct answer is C. Amazon CloudWatch. Moving on to the next question. Which IT controls do AWS and the customer share according to AWS shared responsibility model? Choose two. Options are A. Physical and environmental controls, B. Patch management, C. Cloud awareness and training, D. Zone security, and E. Application data encryption. Now, in a shared control, AWS provides the requirement for the infrastructure and the customer must provide their own control implementation within their use of AWS services. Just like patch management, AWS is responsible for patching and fixing the flaws within the infrastructure, but customers are responsible for patching their own guest OS and applications. And AWS trains the AWS employees, but a customer must train their own employees. So, the correct options here are B, that is patch management, and C, cloud awareness training. Here is the next question. A company wants to implement threat detection on its AWS infrastructure. However, the company does not want to deploy additional software. Which AWS service should the company use to meet these requirements? Options are A, Amazon VPC, B, Amazon EC2, C, Amazon Guard Duty, and D, Amazon Direct Connect. The correct option here is Amazon Guard Duty. It is a threat detection service that continuously monitors your AWS account and workloads for malicious activities and delivers detailed security findings for visibility and remediation. So the correct answer is option C, that is Guard Duty. Moving on to the next question. Which AWS service or feature checks access policies and offers actionable recommendations to help users set secure and functional policies? Options are A. AWS Systems Manager, B. IAM Access Analyzer, C. AWS Trusted Advisor, and D. Amazon Guard Duty. Now, the correct option here is IAM Access Analyzer. It helps identify resources in your organization and accounts that are shared with an external identity. IAM Access Analyzer custom policy checks help validate IAM policies against your specified security standard. It also generates IAM policies based on the access activities in your CloudTrail logs. So, the correct option here is B, IAM Access Analyzer. Moving on to the next question. Which AWS service can be used to encrypt data at rest? Options are A, Amazon Guard Duty, B, AWS Shield, C, AWS Security Hub, and D, AWS Key Management Services, that is AWS KMS. With AWS KMS, you can encrypt your data at rest by using AWS Managed Keys or by creating and importing your own keys. So, the correct answer here is D, AWS KMS. Here is the next question. In which situation should a company create an IAM user instead of an IAM role? Choose two. Options are A, when an application that runs on Amazon EC2 instances requires access to other AWS services. Option B, when the company creates AWS access credentials for individual. Option C, when the company creates an application that runs on a mobile phone that makes requests to AWS. Option D, when the company needs to add users to IAM groups. Option E, when users are authenticated in the corporate network and want to be able to use AWS accounts without having to sign in a second time. Now, IAM users are designed for individuals who need access to AWS resources. When the company creates IAM user instead of IAM role because a company wants to create AWS access credentials for individuals and need to add them in IAM groups. So the correct answer here is option B. That is, company creates AWS access credentials for individual, and option D, when a company needs to add users to IAM groups. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following acts as instance level firewall to control inbound and outbound accesses? Options are A, network access control list. Option B, security groups. C, AWS trusted advisor. And D, virtual private gateways. Now, a security groups operates at an instance level, while the network access control list operates at subnet level. So the correct option here is option B, security groups. Moving on to the next question. Which AWS service helps protect against DDoS attacks? Options are A, AWS Shield. B, Amazon Inspector. C, Amazon Guard Duty. And D, Amazon Detector. The correct option here is A, AWS Shield. It is a service that helps protect against DDoS attacks. It provides protection for AWS resources such as Amazon EC2 instance, Elastic Load Balancer, and Amazon CloudFront. AWS Shield offers both standard as well as advanced tiers. So the correct option here is option A, AWS Shield. Here is the next question. Which AWS tool or feature acts as VPC firewall at the subnet level? Options are A, security group. B, network ACL. C, traffic mirroring. And D, internet gateway. As discussed earlier as well, network ACLs are at subnet level and security groups are at instance level. So the correct option here is network ACLs, which acts as a firewall at subnet level. And that's it for today's videos. Please scan the QR code to try out these questions. If you want to cover us any specific question, please mention in the comment section. We will definitely try to cover up in our upcoming videos. Also stay tuned on this channel where we will soon cover explanation on services to prepare for your Cloud Practitioner exam. Please do share this video with your friends and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.